Okay, figured I better jump in before we lose people on the live stream as well. So like I said before, welcome everybody. My name is Tori Llewellyn. I'm a pharmacist, I'm part of the health sciences teaching team, and I hold a leadership role in pathways, access, and equity in the college. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to our city campus. Sorry we couldn't put on a blue sky day. It looked like it was going to be a beautiful blue sky day when I woke up. The clouds are coming in, but the views are still pretty spectacular here. So welcome to our city campus, and welcome to our college welcome. Double checking, health sciences and nursing? Yes. Just checking, we have people, you know, it's a building, it's easy to be on level 6 and think you're on level 5 and whatever else, so just checking we don't have any, criminology in here. Cool, okay, so welcome. I do want to acknowledge that we're meeting on beautiful Kaurna country this morning, the unceded lands of the Kaurna people, and acknowledge that they are the keepers of knowledge, education, science, and they've been sharing that knowledge over tens of thousands of years with each other, and we are very honoured to be able to walk and learn on Kaurna country. I'll have our little welcome to country as well from our campus elder. Come on, press play. Nope. So much for technology.
So I'd like to give a really warm welcome to Flinders University. This is Simona Laka-Tur, and she's our Pro Vice-Chancellor Indigenous.
And this is Professor Romy Lawson, Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor. And we're located at Yungarenthi in Perilla. We'd like to acknowledge all the traditional owners and custodians on the lands on which our university is located, within South Australia and Northern Territory.
And whether you're studying on one of those campuses or online, we warmly welcome you to Flinders University.
Yungarenthi in Perilla means meeting place in Kaurna, and we were gifted the word Yungarenthi, which means to impart, to inform and communicate. We're right next to Yungarenthi Truku, the building where our Aboriginal students come and learn.
So to start your journey with Flinders, we're privileged to have Cliffy Wilson with us today. He's here from the Kumakaru, and he's going to do a welcome to country for us.
Nyankina mena, na mani. Nana Cliffy Tanku Munacha Wilson. Nagana, Naranjiri, Naranga, Nadri, Arandamayo. Mariwichanga Gana Mena, Nadlo Tambadi, Nadlo Gana Yatanga Tikandi. Na wanga di mani the bunigani yatana, na yukandalia yakandalia, na chalia. Good morning to each and every one of you behind the lens today. My name is Cliffy Wilson, but I also go by Tunkel and Manacha, which are both my traditional Kaurna names down here in the city of Adelaide. So Tunkel is my totem, and my totem is the king brown snake, one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Also, Manacha is just my birth order name, which translates to the fourth born and male of my family. I'm a proud Kaurna man from here in the city of Adelaide, but also a proud Ngarrindjeri man from back on the lower lakes of the Coorong and the Fleurieu Peninsula. My family ties extend out to the Naranga people on the Yorke Peninsula, also to the Ngadjuri people on the Flinders Ranges, and last but not least, the Aranda people in the Northern Territory of Alice Springs. I'm here this morning at Flinders University in Bedford Park, also known as Yungarenthi in Perilla, which translates to meeting place, which is located on the Kaurna lands. And on behalf of the Kaurna people, I would like to welcome those who are situated here in Flinders Uni at Bedford Park on Kaurna lands, but also welcome those across South Australia who are located on other Aboriginal lands. May we pay respects to the traditional custodians of those regions, and also pay respects to their cultural and spiritual beliefs, as it still is important to the living Aboriginal people today. Also, we do have campuses located in Northern Territory, so I'd like to pay respects to the traditional owners of those regions. And to the staff and students, may we take care of these campuses and the surrounding communities of these areas like the Aboriginal people have for many thousands of years. But also, may we pay respects to the cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Aboriginal peoples across the country, and recognise that their connection to the land, the sky, and the waterways that surround and connect us are still as strong, still as important, but also still as important to the living Aboriginal people today. I would like to finish off by saying Nachalia and Nakara. Nachalia means thank you in the Kaurna language, and Nachalia means we'll see you again when our paths meet. To all students, I would like to wish you all the best for the remainder of the year and for your future studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cliffy, for offering us a welcome to country and also the acknowledgement of all the traditional owners on which our universities are located.
So welcome to all our new students. I hope you have an amazing first semester, and remember, have fun.
Okay, so that was Romy and Simone welcoming you and Cliffy as well. A little bit more about your college, because I know that you're coming in for nursing and health sciences, but obviously you guys are part of a bigger group. In fact, you're part of the biggest group. Our college has 7,500 students across 14 disciplines. It's big, but that's part of the joy for us, is the fact that we actually can get you all learning together, learning from each other, learning with each other. It's something we call interprofessional education, and it's the core of what we do, because when you're in practice as a nurse, you don't just work as a nurse. You're going to be working with doctors, you're going to be working with other nurses, you're going to be working with nurse practitioners, you're going to be working with social workers, you're going to be working with psychologists, you're going to be working with allied health. If you go into health sciences, the world is your oyster in terms of healthcare. You can go into research, you can go into government, you can go into policy, you can go into other health systems. But in all of those places, you're going to be working with other people. So it's good to get you getting that experience right at the beginning. So about 7,000, like I said, last count it was 7,500, so a little bit more than that. We do have multiple campuses, so Cliffy was sort of on Bedford Park, that video that we just showed, which is our main campus, but obviously you're on our other main campus in the city. We do have regional campuses. We offer allied health out in Port Pirie, in the Riverland, and also at Mount Gambier, and nursing is also out in the Riverland at the moment. We also have Tonsley, our innovation precinct, particularly if you're going into occupational therapy. I know they spend some time there in particular. And we also have online availability. So trying to make things flexible and helping to support you to study as close to home as you can, unless, of course, you wanted to escape to the big city, because I know some people do that as well. I have one that did that, escape to the big city. As I said, we have 13 health and service disciplines. They're listed there. Obviously, there you two are, but you're not alone. And now on Bedford Park, on Sturt campus, where are we? We're not in Sturt, we're not in Bedford Park, we're in the city. My brain is a little mushy, apologies. Welcome. Here in the city, we currently have nursing, health sciences, and disability and community inclusion. Next year, we'll also have some allied health, nutrition, and midwifery coming into the mix, hopefully. So we're slowly building up our capacity, and the number of students that you see on this campus that are actually from health and enablement is going to increase. Let's see if my clicker will actually work. The next thing is a video from our Vice President and Executive Dean. So she's the head honcho of our whole college. She wanted to be here with us today, but unfortunately wasn't able to, so she did do this recording for you. And I'm just going to hit play. So this is Tracy.
Vice President and Executive Dean of Nursing and Health Sciences at Flinders University. I want to give you a very warm welcome to our university and also congratulate you in relation to your choice. We are known for our excellence in education, our innovative research, and advancing practice. You are also joining us at a very exciting time. We have just launched our 10-year strategy, Agenda 2035, where we make a commitment to making a positive difference to 10 million people's lives. And as our students and graduates, you will make a significant contribution towards that. You have also shown wisdom in relation to choosing to study one of our programs in health, disability, or community inclusion. The world's population is growing rapidly. Our needs are becoming more complex and our expectations are changing. There are shortfalls in the workforce now and projected into the future. So you will be highly sought after as our graduates and future employees into practice, or as future educators, future researchers, and future leaders. And those opportunities will not just present themselves here in South Australia, but also across the nation and globally. So the next 3 to 4 years will be a significant period of growth for you, not just professionally, but also personally. So please do take every opportunity that we give you in relation to what's within our curricula, but also extra to our curricula. I hope you enjoy Orientation Week, have fun, build relationships with your peers, other students, and also our staff. And I hope to meet every single one of you at some point during your journey here with us at Flinders University.
So hopefully you got out of those 2 messages that have fun was the shared sentiment. We're going to help you to start that today, but please do continue with that. Uni is hard, studies are hard, you need to have fun in there as well. It's what keeps you sane as you go through, and we encourage you to do that, okay? Yes, sometimes it's going to be heads down, bums up, getting that work done, but you also need to have that time out and that fun as well. So, just taking you through some general things this morning in terms of the college welcome. Basically what we're going to do is go through all of the boring bits that are important, but a bit boring and a bit dry. That means that when you go to your discipline welcome, you actually get to have that fun and do that connection with other people that are going to be studying the same thing as you, and with the staff who are going to be taking you on that learning journey. Okay, so apologies. It's a bit of a laundry list. We'll try and make it fun. Jump in, ask questions. That's what we're here for. Okay? So, to begin with, getting your essentials sorted. Who has connected to the Wi-Fi here? Yes? Jane, good work. Free Wi-Fi, EduRoam. I'm off script, sorry too. Connect. EduRoam is amazing because it's not just here at Flinders. A lot of different healthcare facilities, universities, and government buildings actually use it as well. So if you happen to be in the Mitcham area, you can connect to the library network through EduRoam. If you happen to be in the middle of Europe and your phone isn't working, find a university, and chances are you can actually connect to EduRoam there and actually use their Wi-Fi. So, speaking from experience of getting stuck in Slovenia in exactly that situation. So, EduRoam is a good thing, and it's provided to you guys free of cost. So get that in there. If you don't know how, I think there's a slide. If there's not, we can go down to student services and get them to give you a hand. But let's get these essentials sorted. First thing is I want to introduce Tu, who is from the City Campus Services. So compared to our Bedford Park campus, all the student services are all in one place here, which is awesome because it means if you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know and you don't know what you need, you literally just go to one place and go, help! And they will take you through and figure out what they can do to help you. You don't have to identify the service directly. With that, I'm going to change over to Tu and let her have a chat.
Thank you.
Right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tu, and thank you very much for giving me some time to speak with you today. As Tori mentioned, I'm from the City Campus Services team, so we're here to support you with any questions that you're going to have throughout your studies. Now, just by show of hand, can you please raise your hand if you've come here directly from high school? And if you're joining us, if you studied overseas? Yep, okay, so what I'm trying to get a sense on is the diversity of students that we've got here, to let you know that the way that we provide support to students here at City Campus is quite unique in that if you walk around campus, you'll notice that we actually don't have a front counter. So, I think you might be familiar with approaching a front counter and speaking to staff members. For us here, if you ever need to speak to one of us, we use what's called a digital queue, and the best way to be able to do that is to use the Flinders app. On the screen here, I've got a QR code so that you can download the app. The best way is jump onto the app, jump into the queue and make your way down to level 2, and from there, one of our team members will be able to speak to you. If you prefer, you can also come and have a chat to us on level 1. So we do have what we call a welcome hub there. So if the app isn't working or there's a kiosk that's not working, then you can always come down to level 1 and speak to a person face to face as well. The other thing that we do at City Campus, which might seem strange or unique for want of a better term, is we have a service called roaming. So our team actually, through different times in the year, we walk around the campus to see, students who might be studying, approach them, ask how they're going with their studies, ask any questions, answer any questions that you might have, just to check in with you. So, if you're studying on campus and you see one of our team members approach, they'll be wearing a lanyard that says, "Ask me." Feel free to have a chat to them, or if you're busy studying or you're doing something, it's absolutely fine to say, "Not today" as well. Now, in terms of our service hours, Monday to Friday, our team is available here on campus. Our hours are a little bit more flexible, so we're available from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening. And then during peak period, which is orientation week, week 1 and week 2, we're open until 8 o'clock. So if you do have a tricky question that's past 6 o'clock, we're here until 8 o'clock to help you. Okay, so in terms of the different touch points that we can support you with, I've just listed up here, and I'll let you read that in your own time, but these are the different things that you can approach student services for support, especially if you have tricky issues around enrolment, because the student system may not be the best one. You may not be familiar with it. You might have come from perhaps a high school setting where you haven't used a system like that. Our team's available to provide you face-to-face enrolment support. If you want to pay your fees, you can certainly do that on level 2. If you want to collect your ID card or have your ID card printed, that's also part of our service as well. And then Tori mentioned earlier about IT support. So if you have any issues with your device, or if you can't get into any of the systems that you need to access, you can't access Wi-Fi, you can't get your multi-factor, your MFA to work, then head on down to level 2. We have our IT team available, and they'll sit with you to go through face-to-face and work out what that IT issue is. And then finally, in addition to the enrolment or the study support that our team provides, there are a range of support services that's going to help you throughout your studies. So I've just listed some up here. A student counsellor, we have a counsellor that's available full-time Monday to Friday to be able to speak with students. This is a free and confidential service. If you would like to access that, you can do it in person, through phone, or you can have a video call as well. And if you would like more information about that, one of our team members would be very happy to sit with you and show you how to book an appointment with a student counsellor. We also have disability advisors spend time on City Campus to speak with students who might have a condition that impacts them on the way that they study, and they might need some adjustments as a result of that. So if you're finding you're in a situation like that, please know there is a disability advisor who can support you. For our students who are here studying with us as international students, we have an advisor, again, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Her name is Sun. She's available to speak to you if you have any questions about your COE, if you have any questions about your healthcare cover, or perhaps you might want to have a chat about what you can do if you want to work part-time in addition to studying as well. So if you would like to, yes, I see a nod over there, please come down to level 2 and Sun would be very happy to speak with you. We've also got student wellbeing and success advisors who spend some time with City Campus, and these guys are fantastic. If you're new to the university environment, you're not sure what it's like to study in a university environment, you might need some help with some time management, or perhaps how to prioritise the different assignments that you've got. The student wellbeing and success advisors, or we call them SWAs for short, they're also available to meet with you at City Campus as well. And then finally, financial counselling and academic advocacy. This is provided by the Flinders University Student Association, so FUSA. So if you're needing some advice about an academic decision that's been made, either if you have received a grade and you think that that grade is not what you're expecting, and you want to speak to someone about what your options are, or perhaps you might have requested an assignment extension and that wasn't the outcome that you're looking for, an academic advocacy officer can sit with you, understand your circumstances, and just give you some advice on, what you're entitled to as a student according to the university policy. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. You are going to have lots and lots of information throughout the day. You're going to have more information throughout the week because it's orientation. But if there's, one thing that you remember from what I've spoken to you about, just know that on level 2, the Student Services Lounge is there, and that's where you can go to speak to our team for any support you might need. So on behalf of our team, I really want to wish you all the best for your first semester with us. And like I said, we're on level 2 if you need us at all. Thanks.
There we go. Thank you too. So lots of information already. I've seen a couple of people making little notes. Awesome. Good work. If you at any point feel overwhelmed, and you might already be going, hang on a second. Whoa. Level 2. That's literally it. Or find somebody with a lanyard that says, ask me. Or find anybody that looks like they might be staff or another student. Just be like, hey, do you remember where we go for student help? And somebody will be able to help you. I promise. It's not happy with me. If you scan this and put it in your bookmark it, this is the entire student service directory. There are a lot of things listed there. And that's why one of the things I was saying was that you may just go, I need help, but I don't know where to go and who to ask. And that's why I think the City Campus model is really, really valuable, because you literally shop. That's right, I'll just hold it. One stop, apparently not. One stop shop, help. Swap this up. Apologies. There we go, finally went green. Sorry, technical issues. So yes, so that's a good directory to have, but it can be really, really overwhelming. So if you suddenly go, I need help, I think I know what I want, and then you get overwhelmed, level 2 is the place for you. Welcome, thanks too. So 2 mentioned the SWAs. Do we remember what SWA stands for? Excellent, everyone meet Mel. So Mel is your SWA. And so I invited her to come and introduce herself and tell you a little bit more about what she can do to help to support you and the other SWA team as well.
Yeah. Good morning. How are you all? Welcome. Yes, my job at Flinders is kind of to answer any and all of your questions, slightly differently to what Tu was talking about. So I'm a team of 3 student success and wellbeing advisors, and I support your college. I also support College of Medicine and Public Health, and work across most of our campuses. So I'm not here every day. Our role is really to support you if you get it all overwhelmed, if something happens outside of uni that starts to impact your studies, if you're struggling with things like time management, scheduling, keeping on track, if you're neurodiverse, you can come and have a chat with us. Generally, what I would say is if you're not sure where to start and something's making uni life difficult, come and have a talk to me and we'll work out what services we can connect you with. Sometimes you might meet with me and I'll be like, go and talk to this person or go and see that service. So I do a lot of connecting to other services at the uni, and that's the most part of my job. But as I said, there's also parts of my role where we can spend time together trying to make your study habits, your strategies, your time management a little bit better. The SWA team for City Campus, we rotate our attendance. So there's a SWA here every Thursday, but it won't be me every Thursday. So we swap it around. So you might, if you book in, you might see Anna, you might see Mel W, or you might see me, Mel S, or you might see Alex. We can all do the same thing. If you would prefer to speak to me specifically, you can book a phone or an online appointment, and that's available Monday through Friday, anytime. But if you want to speak to us in person, you might not get me, but they're all just as good as me most of the time. I think I'm funniest. So, best way to get in touch with us is to scan this QR code or to go to our website here, students.flinders.edu.au/SWA. You can book an appointment. As I said, we can talk to you on the phone, via Teams, on video call or in person. There's a couple of times where you might hear from us and you're not expecting to. So if you share something with a teacher about life's really hard right now and I'm not sure what to do, they might say, I think you should speak to a SWA. And they might contact me and say, Mel, can you reach out to this student? So you might get an email from us saying, your topic coordinators said you might need some support and we'd like to help you out. Another time when you're going to hear from us is in about 3 weeks. You'll get a text message that says, how's life going at Flinders? Reply for support. If you have any questions, big or small, reply to that text and we'll get in touch with you. You can book a phone call, I think, through the text, or you can send us an email and tell us what you need and we'll get back in touch. I tell you that because a lot of students think that it's a scam or we're trying to spam you, and I promise you we're not. We won't text you very often. Have I forgotten anything? I don't
The importance of in 3 weeks' time is, again, recognising that the QR... I actually find it really hard to find Mel's QR code when I just search. So again, if you want to just pop it in your bookmarks so that you have it. I realise probably right now the majority of people are like, I'm not going to need that. I'm feeling pretty okay. Stuff hits the fan, and it will hit the fan over the next 3-4 years, either in your personal life or something just... So it's useful to just have it there. Because it's a one-stop, quick reach out. So that's my recommendation. But also the reason why they send out that message in week 3 is that's when you kind of, one, start feeling like maybe this isn't really overwhelming, but it's also just about when you start thinking about the first assignment. So it can be, you sort of calm down, you think you know what's going on, and then suddenly one of your first year coordinators, and I'm gesturing at a table of first year coordinators, says, don't forget that first assignment's due next week, and you go, uh-oh. You'll get that text message saying, hey, how are things going? Do you need support? Do you need help? Please reach out. And so that's sort of that reasoning for why we leave it to week 3. So that we get that there's the ups and downs of this journey that you're on.
Yeah, and I think what you'll find today, and I hope in the coming weeks, is that there's lots and lots of people who want to assist you to do well while you're here at Flinders. And so I would encourage you, if you're not sure, if you have a question, if you are feeling like it's all too much, talk to someone. It doesn't have to be me. Talk to someone, ask the question. We want you to do really well and we want you to stick around with us for as long as possible. So please don't be afraid to say, look, I'm really not sure and I'm feeling a bit nervous about this and can someone help me? If whoever you ask, they'll point you in the right direction if they don't know the answer themselves. But yeah, enjoy the rest of today and the coming weeks, and if I can be of help to you at any time during your degree, please get in touch.
Mel is a hot commodity, as you can see, so she's dashing back to the other campus to attend some more orientation. Thank you, Mel, for dropping in. I'm going to stop there for just 10 seconds to ask how everybody's going, because everybody sort of started looking smiley and now everybody's kind of looking a bit apprehensive that I'm looking at. I'm seeing lots of, we're not expecting that you're going to struggle, but we know that often when it happens, it can kind of hit you out of the blue. And if you're struggling, it's really hard to get your thoughts in order to know where to go for help. So that's why we want to just know that you've got somewhere to go. Okay? And first year tends to be the hardest because you're used to high school and everything being really structured for you, and uni is a little bit more independent, and you've probably all just sort of hit that 18, 19 freedom, which also can contribute. And we know that, okay? And Mel, and the reason why I asked Mel and Tu to come in is so that you actually get the faces, you see the faces. It's not just, a random email alias. They're humans that are super approachable. And also when you get to meet your teaching teams, you'll realise that we're all pretty approachable. And so please do reach out. Okay, so a few more slides. FUSA. When you pay your fees, or defer your fees, if you're able to do that, there's something called a SAF. It's your student amenities fee. And you probably sit there going, well, you know what, I got to pay it, so it's going to be there. What it does is it actually helps to fund, in amongst other things, the Flinders University Student Association. Now, FUSA are the ones that do the academic advocacy that Tu was talking about, but they also do all the fun stuff. So they help support the student council, they help with student representation. I'm going to come back to that. I encourage all of you to get involved in the student voice. Tell us what's working, tell us what's not working, work with each other, talk to each other. That's how we make things better for you guys. So student representation, super important. But we also have lots of different student clubs, different student societies, all these different ways that you can, I'll be just in, yep, 2 seconds. You're all good. Okay, just stretching. Okay, I thought it would be a hand up. It's a great way to get involved with fun stuff, that having fun part. Yes, some of the clubs are going to be specific. There's a nursing club, but there's also, you know, a scuba diving club and a taekwondo club and a debating club and lots of other things that might be of interest to you. So definitely have a look at the clubs listing. They do provide financial counselling. Sometimes they also can provide some financial support, short-term, no-interest loans if you need them. And they also do a lot of student events. So FUSA is actually running a lunch today down on level 1, which conveniently is going to run just after you finish your discipline session. So go down to level 1 and get some free food. And they often will run different student events on different campuses. So FUSA is awesome. Okay, more about orientation. We have an orientation online. If you scan on that, it will take you through all the different steps, study skills, tips, tricks, etc. videos. It's another one. My suggestion is scan the QR code, chuck it in your bookmarks, and commit to looking at it at some point before Monday at 8 a.m. Choose a sensible time. Please don't do it at 3 a.m. The number of emails we get at 3 a.m. from students. So, but just pop it there. Maybe when you're sort of, procrastinating on something else, just pop on those videos, chuck in your earbuds and go for it. Does anybody need that up any longer? Or have we all kind of gotten it if we wanted it? All good? Fab. So, this week, as we said, it's orientation week. These are the general sessions that are going on. So you would have had a look, I'm hoping, at the online registration, and it might have been a little bit, or was it a little bit overwhelming? Or when you actually went into it, did it only give you a couple of things to consider? Only a couple. Fabulous. It's a new system this year. That's why I'm asking, because it used to be that you went in and it had everything across all the campuses. But this is what's happening here on City Campus this week. So today, obviously, we have our welcome where you are now. Then we're going to segue into discipline welcome. So we'll get the nursing cohort together and the health sciences cohort together, and you will go with them on tours and have some activities to actually get to know each other a little bit better. The FUSA welcome is the free lunch. If you come back tomorrow, notice that it's also there. And then this afternoon, there are some other drop-in sessions that might be of interest to you. I suggest that you do consider all of them, just double checking that we can actually sort of fit them all in with a little bit either side. So if you're on campus, that is my recommendation. Just again, to get that information today. Like I said, a little bit overwhelming, but at least it's there. Uni Essentials is a really good one. I know it means that it's tomorrow, so you need to bring yourself back into City Campus. If I was to pick other than the free lunch, that would be my suggestion. Yes?
Tomorrow I signed up for this thing called International Students Pre-Placement Preparation at Bedford Park. Is it okay if I go there?
Yes, of course. And you'll actually find that there are other things going on at Bedford Park. So my suggestion is if you're going to that one at Bedford Park tomorrow, have a look and see what else is happening at Bedford Park. If you don't know, I do have a different slide set that I can actually pull it up for you, because there might be other activities and other things that you could fit in at the same time if you're on that campus. So either grab me or have a look on the planner yourself. So that's what's happening this week. As an international student, something else that's happening at Bedford Park is, I believe, on Friday morning, they normally do an international student welcome. So double check for that one as well. Or ask Sun downstairs, who's the international student advisor. So yeah, basically the take-home message is you're here now, today at least. So please take advantage of the different sessions that are available to you. And then next week, we have something called Connect Week. And basically the idea is, okay, now you're kind of orientated. You're actually coming into class. This is when you need to connect with each other, with the teaching teams. We're going to start this today, but there are some activities in Connect Week specifically to help you connect with each other. So the FUSA Fair Day is going to be on level 1 and 2 on Tuesday in particular, and this is when they get all the student clubs in. It's a little mini fair. They'll probably have popcorn and fairy floss and those sorts of things, but it's an opportunity for you to actually also get that exposure to the different clubs and see if, how you might have fun by joining some of those clubs and seeing what's on offer there. And the Welcome Hub is also running on the first 3 days. Campus will look a little bit different next week because it won't just be orientation, it will be open, it's week 1. There'll be a lot more students as well. Okay, so just a heads up, it's not always this quiet. And then finally, we've got some key dates. My suggestion is take a photo of that. I'll let you do that. And the reason why I'm encouraging you to take a photo is that I've just had a discussion with my second-year uni student when I said, when do your exam results come out? And he said, I don't know. And I pulled up the academic calendar. I said, you can look in the academic calendar. He's like, can you what? Academic calendar. I said, actually, your exam results came out 2.5 weeks ago. Oh, maybe I should have a look. He starts back uni next week. He didn't know if he'd actually passed he was convinced he had. And he did. But he didn't know that for certain, and he was enrolled in subjects that he had to have passed things in first semester, but he was just going to let it happen. So, important dates. The last day to enroll in your topics is the 7th of August. Please get enrolled in your topics today if you haven't already, and ask the teaching teams if you don't know how to do that. Okay? Census date. What census date means is that any topics that you are enrolled in at 5 p.m. on that date, you are going to be charged for. You will have to pay the fees for them. So basically, you can try before you buy. You can spend the first 4 or 5 weeks of studying, seeing if it's for you, seeing if, nursing is for you, health sciences is for you. And if you think it's not, or if this way that you're studying, you come in full time and then you realize you might need to go part-time, you can make changes. And you only get charged for what you're enrolled in on that census date. Okay, typically we put up an announcement on your topic sites reminding you about that. If you're thinking about making any changes, please reach out to your course coordinators or to the SWAs and have a discussion first. Sometimes, like we said, those first few weeks are a bit overwhelming, but there's lots of support and lots of options. So it's not like, this is not for me, I'm out of here, I'm done. We'd like to help support you if possible because we know how important it is to grow that healthcare workforce and to support you to be the best you can possibly be. Exams. We don't have too many of them in health sciences. We do in nursing. So knowing when your exam period is very important because being overseas because you've gone home or gone on a nice holiday is not an excuse for not turning up for your exams. So please put those dates in and book any travel after the 20th of November. And if there is any chance that you think you might not do too well in your exams, also make sure you're available between the 7th and the 11th of December. Okay? That's why those dates are all there now. Top tips, lots of things. This one, second from the bottom, for the people that are online that can't see me pointing, don't be afraid to ask for help. We're here to support you. We're here to make this the best experience it can possibly be. But we don't know what's going on for each individual person in the room. Please talk to us. If there is anything happening that could possibly impact on your studies, let us know as early as possible. It's much easier for us to support you before things get to a crisis point. So please just keep chatting to your topic coordinators and we can see what we can do to support you in your studies. We have an academic integrity team in the college. And basically, they're responsible for investigating if a student or staff member has not committed to the principles of academic integrity. In the Gen AI world, I know we've all heard all about it, but we wanted to put this in here to remind you that you do have a requirement to be honest in the work that you do for university study. We want you to be safe and effective practitioners, and in doing so, that's what the point of the learning and the assignments are, is for us to check that you have the knowledge and the skills to be able to be a safe and effective person in your workplace. And so we need to make sure that the work that you produce is actually your work. Okay? If it's not, that is a breach of academic integrity, and there are policies and procedures to actually deal with that at a university level. If you're not sure around what is acceptable and what's not, particularly around Gen AI use, no, you are not allowed to copy from a friend, but Gen AI is a bit of a gray area. Reach out to your topic coordinator, that's the person in charge of each of your topics, and ask them, hey, would this be okay or would this be considered a breach of academic integrity? It's that idea again, asking. Keep talking to us and we'll be able to guide you. And finally, this comes back to that course representative. So sometime in the next week or so, you'll probably get an email from your course coordinator saying, hey, is anybody interested in being a course representative? What we try to do is get a series of students that for each year level and for each availability. So like I said before, we've got lots of different campuses, and we want to make sure that what we're offering everywhere is equivalent, but also suit for purpose for that particular group of students. The only way that we can tell is when you guys tell us. So reps are an integral part of making sure that what we offer and what we do is ideal for students. So I highly recommend becoming a course rep. The other cool thing about course reps is that once you're a course rep, quite often FUSA and our marketing teams will reach out to course reps with paid work opportunities as well. I didn't realize until I got an email yesterday, we have some ambassadors, student ambassadors who come to our open days. I think they get paid better than us on the weekend. Their base rate is $43 an hour, but they get penalty rates on the weekends, if that helps everyone to kind of get that. So course representation helps us, but also can help you in terms of some of that part-time work opportunities as well, to sing the praises of Flinders as an ambassador, but also to help work with the teaching staff to make sure that what we're offering is hitting the mark for students. Okay, that's the end of the session. How about that for timing? If you could all please log in. This is literally just so that we can get an idea of numbers for the session and any immediate feedback. So if you could please do that one, that would be fabulous. So that we know who was here. And then I will introduce you to the two teaching teams, and we will get ready to, and Bridget's obviously just been held up a little bit. So, is she? You've seen her? Fabulous. Bridget. You want to grab her? Thanks, Louise. Okay, so as you do that, do we have, seeing as we've got health sciences teaching team in the room, do we have some students doing health sciences? Do you want to just pop up your hands quickly so you know where you are? Okay, health sciences team, I'm going to hand you over to... Oh, yes, go for it.
Thank you, Tori. Do you want to just quickly introduce ourselves before we take them through so they know our names? That's a good idea. Yeah. Hello, scholars. Welcome. It's a really, actually, we're looking the wrong way because the view outside at the moment is incredibly wintry and moody, which is lovely. My name's Tracy Ann Rankin. I'm one of the academics from Health Sciences. I'm the acting first year transition coordinator. And I also work in a topic that most of you will do, called Strengths-Based Approaches to Health, working with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. I work with Jane Harford, who's the course coordinator.
And I'm Jane. And I'm your course coordinator if you're in a health science related program, which is the diploma, the associate degree, the bachelor's in health sciences or the Bachelor of Letters. And I'm also topic coordinator for a topic that some of you might do here this semester called Understanding Health and Illness and Health and Social Care in Australia. So we will be next door. I think nursing is staying here. So once the nursing team have introduced themselves, we'll round up all of the health science students and we'll move next door.
How many nurses are in the room? Put your hand up. Yay, cool, I get the big crew. I'm Bridget Henderson, I'm your course coordinator, and we'll stay here, but go stretch your legs after we finished, and then we'll just go through a few things for the nursing course, and hopefully I'll get you excited.
Quick question on the whole stretching your legs. Did everyone find the bathrooms on your way up? So bathrooms in this building are in the same place on every level, which is basically in the back, that corner. What is that? Southeast corner. Past the lift, hang a right. So if anybody wants a bathroom break, feel free. Like we said, nursing is going to be in this room. Health sciences is literally going to be in the room next door, so we're not going too far. But if you want to go and have a quick bathroom break, definitely have a bit of a stretch, and we'll reconvene on the hour in these two rooms.